Alright, so we're going to do a play of Last Remnant. Uh, I think it's a... Oh, let's go ahead and mute that over there. It's a game I think didn't get enough credit for what it was due. There were a lot of negative reviews, and I see just a lot of negative comments in general about it, but it's one of my favorite games, and I think it really deserves another chance. One thing that pushed a lot of people away was it originally came out on consoles however long ago, and it suffered big time, huge suffer from frame rate drops. There's a part of the game that requires no frame rate drops, which is in the middle of battle, which you'll see in the future what I mean, but when the frame rates drop, it was literally impossible to do well, and it was stuff that could change the battle into your favor or cause you to lose, kind of thing. They're called critical situations, so you hit up, down, left, right, or space at the right times during battle, and, well, if you're on keyboard, of course, and it really helps you out. Also, some other small things that weren't readily available. I'll wait till this opening video stops. Where people started up. Well, okay, so on console, that's how I first started. I actually rented it when it first came out, and I had the frame rate drops, and the game was awesome. I thought it was great. I wanted to like it, but I couldn't play it. It was almost unplayable. Then I came back on PC, and a lot of it was fixed. All right. So here's something. If you go to the settings here when you first start, this doesn't matter, but you'll see, you know what? I'll start it as you'll originally see it. This is how it starts for me. Whenever I installed it on PC, you'll see it says X default. I hit X, but nothing happens. All right, because that's an Xbox controller button. You'll see in the top right. See where I am moving around? Right underneath that, it now says LBRB. It says LBRB to go left and right. Well, I don't have left and right bumper. What the hell? If you go over here to this gamepad, it says key signal display. Click it. You actually left click on your mouse works on that. Put it on the keyboard. Now everything is what it should be. You got your U as default instead of X button. You got your up here. You got your brackets and left and right. It's all good. Anyway, do that for sure. Go ahead and save it. Alright, so if you go to Google, you type in Last Remnant PC tweak. That's all you gotta do. And it'll bring you up to a wiki that has a bunch of PC tweaks for this game. You'll see stuff. There's a few things to do here, but one of the things that this game suffered from pretty bad was when you load into an area, models will look flat or kind of like just no texture, no detailed blobs, and they'll slowly go boop, 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 and they'll just like load in piece by piece, even though they're talking, even though they're moving, even though they're part of the scene. Well, go to the PC tweak area of the wiki here, and it'll walk you through how to kind of fix that a little bit. It'll decrease the texture pop-in, is what it says. That's a pretty big deal to me. It made the game completely different. And there's a few different things in here. It's step-by-step process how to do it, but another big one is changing NPC equipment. So in this game, the only person that you can change the equipment of is your main character. That's how it was created for the consoles, and that's how it was for PC. But this shows you go into this settings file, change this piece, this setting, and now you can change everyone's equipment. It's still kind of wonky, but it now allows you to use whoever you want, give them the weapons that you want, as long as you're smart about it. But we'll get, you know, it's It'll become more apparent once we do it, but that is something that was a life changer. Well, I wouldn't say life changer, but game changer for me. Made The Last Remnant so much more enjoyable, because there's just a lot of characters that I liked more than others, and I just didn't use them because their weapons were terrible or something. Like Blockter. You'll meet Blockter later. His weapon is terrible. But if you can change it, you can keep him around, and I love Blockter, so that's cool. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. We'll start off with a new game. I'm going to do my best not to talk during scenes, unless something is funny, or whatever, but we'll get into that later. And let's enjoy. Oh, one thing I did like about this game, I just remembered. It's been a long time, I don't remember everything, I'm not using a walkthrough. I'm going to try to do it by memory. I had this game down to a science kind of thing back in the day to do quick playthroughs. I don't know if I turn on subtitles, I'll turn them on later. But the facial expressions, and there's certain points in the game that just I thought were just done very well. It isn't consistent, but I thought it was done very well.
Damn, where is she? Arena's favorite. Huh? What in the hell?
We are ready, my lord. Victory shall be ours!
What is this? Arena!
Alright, battle controls. Left, right, up, down. Switch targets. Select battle commands. Select command with enter. Cancel with escape. On PC, you can just hit left to enter. Right click to escape. That's the same. Everything on your screen might not make sense. This isn't the time to go over it. I'll go over it with you in the future. All of it is awesome. Alright, this is my favorite stuff ever. I'm just gonna blitz through this, and once we actually have a minute to go over it, we'll go over it. Because right now, it just doesn't matter.
We shall stop them here!
So you might see on the screen interference, deadlock, things like that. There's a point in the game when basically when they happen for the first time, they'll give you a little tutorial. Oh crap! Guess it's time. Something. Anyway, what is Emma doing? She's too close. The gay bulb's firing sequence is complete. Not even Lord David can stop it now. Alright, so as a forewarning, I've taken a few shots by now. I try to watch my mouth. I put a mature content warning on the screen. If you watch it on YouTube, it's different. The more shots I take, probably the more cussing I'll do. So just keep that in mind.
Irina? Who are you?
That's what I should be asking you.
Wait, hold on.
Is that you, Blockter? I'm fine. I can see a light in the distance. That should be the way out.
Hey! Wait up, lady. What's going on?
The gay bulb blew a hole in the ground, and now we're in this cave. Anything else obvious you'd like pointed out?
Cave?
God, cave.
At least the exit isn't far.
Jesus.
Hey, wait! Listen to me!
The words aren't all that bad in this
Hey!
game, but sometimes they're bad.
I'll hear whatever you have to say once we get out of here. Your story better be good, spy.
What do you mean, spy?
Think about it, genius. Why else would you be on a battlefield?
What are you talking about? I'm just looking for my sister, Irina.
Irina? What's your name?
Me?
Me?
Rush! Rush Sykes!
What's your name?
Rush Sykes.
Now.
So you're looking for your sister? What happened to her? Speak!
We're from this island called Ulam.
I feel like Emma is voiced very well. Rush, hit or miss. Mostly miss.
Irina! It's a package from Mom and Dad!
It's probably just another lame excuse why they can't leave their research.
Hey, cheer up, sis. Whoops. It's a Visistone. Let me set it up.
Oh.
Hi, Rush. Hello, Arena. Are you two behaving yourselves? Both of us are having a great time here at the Academy in Illusion, and we were lucky enough to have a breakthrough in our research. But, as you probably guessed, things are taking longer than expected.
See? Told
So your
you.
father and I agreed that you should come live with us in Illusion.
It's always about what they want.
What we found is a key that lets us use the remnants in new ways. It's gonna change the world for the better. But you kids are more important to us. And I'm sorry we haven't been out to visit for so long.
John, we're running out of time.
Oh, right. We'll be sending someone to pick you up.
Better start packing your bag.
And Rush, you look after your sister, all right?
Take care of yourself.
We'll be speaking.
Out of time. Dad's never been good at keeping track. You worried about leaving?
A little. I mean, I've never been off the island before. I'll be fine. After all, we'll be back with Mom and Dad.
You know it.
Huh? What?
What?
Let me go!
Get your hands off me!
No! Leave my brother alone!
Ice him.
Attacked by some flying beast. And protected by the light from your talisman. Child, do you think I'm senile?
It's all true.
Whatever. First things first. We need to get out of here.
Alright, Emma, join the party. I'll try to move around without making you too sick. Red means you have something to say. It's important. What is that? It's a treasure chest, a type of remnant, and not that uncommon. Remnant, huh? There could be any number of things inside. Find out. Bind it. Bind? What do you mean? You have to bind a remnant to use it. In this case, just reach out your hand and ask it to show you what's inside. It's simple enough that even you can do it, so long as someone else hasn't bound it first. First. That's how she would say it, I guess. A sword, I suppose you can keep that. You won't be quite as useless. Sword, yeah. Press B to open the party menu. Check his equipment. and also save. Cool. Let's go ahead and save. Story config, turn on subtitles. And take a quick break. Gotta go drink in the vein. We'll be right back. Continue here. Everything about the game I'll go into in depth once we get to the point. Alright, here we go. Quiet. Is that what you were fighting before? Yes, monsters. Looks like we can't avoid them. Let's initiate a battle before they spot us. By pressing space, monsters within a certain range can be drawn into battle. Monsters with the icon with red around it, above their heads, are close enough to be encountered. If a monster on the field attacks you before you have a chance to attack it, you'll be at a distinct disadvantage in the ensuing battle. Be forewarned.
Let's do this!
Battle. Each entity in a battle is called a unit. These units are organized into groups called unions. In battle, you'll command friendly unions for large-scale assaults. The specific directions you may give are displayed as battle commands. At the top right of the screen is a battle navigation map showing the positions of all unions engaged in battle. Available battle commands change depending on conditions such as the positions and makeup of friendly and enemy unions. Keep these conditions in mind to give appropriate battle orders. Up, down, left, right, select targets, select battle commands. Z displays the status of the unions, or status of the units in the currently selected union. You can check units' actions. Alright. So, we start here. I'll quickly go over. You know what? I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll do it later.
Come on, let's kick some ass!
I think it comes up later as like an actual tutorial.
You okay?
Deadlock. When unions are caught in close combat, it is known as deadlock. In such situations, the two sides must battle until only one is left. While in deadlock, target is limited. Only adjacent unions may be targeted. When targets are changed to adjacent unions, certain commands can break deadlock. When breaking free from deadlock, the opposing union has a free chance to attack. Don't act too rashly in situations. Okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's just go over it. At the top, you'll see information. It tells you what's happening on your attacks here. Whatever. Just underneath that is allies, enemies. It's a morale bar, blue and red. The more blue it is, it's like a game of tug of war. It went up because I killed an enemy union. The more blue it is, the more damage I do, the less damage I take. The more red it is, the more damage I take, the less damage I do. So it always behooves us to have max morale as much as possible. You'll see it says 2 chains. Don't worry about that, we'll go over that later, not a big deal. It says shift turbo mode on and off right there, right underneath the chains. That is a PC only thing, it was on the consoles. If I turn that on, it'll super fast blitz through battles. So if you have a big battle going on with a lot of people doing stuff, it goes through tons of actions, really quick. You have no time to do the special action sequences, which are a big deal, which we'll get into later once they show it. At the top right, you'll see a black square with pulsing circles. That is who is currently selected and who they're currently attacking. When there's multiple triangles, it'll look much different. I'll go over that again in the future. In the right middle, you'll see commands right here. Attack with combat arts, play it by ear. This changes according to however many enemies are on the map. We'll go over this again in the future. This is relatively random. It's not super random. You have control over it to a certain extent, but it is random. On the left side, middle, display unit status. Right now, we see Rush's unit, which is him and Emma. This shows their HP. 563, who they're attacking, which is Unit B, or Union B. Just a really quick overview. If I hit Z, it coincides with what's on the right side with the commands. Attack with combat arts means Rush is going to regular attack, Emma is going to do Devil's Due. That is a special attack. That's like a skill. If I go up to attack, it shows, hey, they're both going to attack. If I play it by ear, it's question marks, random, who knows. Bottom left, the current union, it shows with numbers exactly HP, AP. Just to the left, you'll see an M with a vertical orange bar. That's morale. Whenever that maxes out, good things happen. We'll get into that much later in the game. And then what unit it is. And if you see the picture of Rush right there with kind of half his face, just underneath it, it has two blue circles. Those are how many unions, or I apologize, how many units are in the union. Alright? You can have up to 5, anywhere from 1 to 5 in a union. If someone is poisoned, or someone is affected from some debuff, that blue circle will turn purple. If someone dies in a union, a single person will turn red. Bottom right, there you go. Jana, Archfighter. That's one in the union, blah blah blah. Alright, cool. We went over it. Let's continue. Combat arts. All party members fully recover after battle, making it easier to undertake consecutive battles. Alright, it might look like I'm skipping over certain things, like when that battle's over, it had a bunch of numbers pop up. You know what? I'll go over it later. Right now, it just doesn't matter for the tutorial. Let's get through the tutorial. I'll let you watch it, and then once we really have a time to delve into it,
wrong.
I will. I think a lot of people can learn some good things from it. Either if you've played this game before and just had no idea, or if you're new, I can really show you how deep the strategy is for this game.
I wasn't expecting this. Prepare yourself.
Alright, morale. We just went over this. Large red and blue bar across the top of the screen. It's called the morale gauge. It measures you and your enemy's will to fight. As morale rises, attacks become stronger and more effective. Conversely, as morale falls, defenses weaken and unions do less damage. Morale fluctuates based on the performance of both sides in battle. It's a tug of war. Make it a habit to keep track of your troops' morale.
Come on, let's kick some ass. Yeah. Won't let bullies like you get in my way.
What? What is this power? So, I just did this whole video for like 2.5 hours long, and there was no sound. I have to redo it.
So, your talisman's more than a fashion accessory after all.
Huh?
My lord. You did not have to come all this way for me. Please, accept my apologies.
Seeing you safe is apology enough. And who is this?
He claims to be the son of Dr. Sykes.
I see.
I am Torgal, one of Athlum's 4 generals. Our lord, the Marquis of Athlum, would like to extend his thanks. Step forward.
I will have you know that your actions have won my gratitude. As for your sister, if the men you seek have entered Athlumian territory, we cannot turn a blind eye. I shall accompany you to Athlum.
Huh?
Our lord would like to aid you in your search for your sister.
It's fine, Torgal.
Thanks a lot. I chased that weird flying thing here, but I didn't have a clue where to go next. But hey, if I've got an important guy like you backing me up, I've got a whole lot less to worry about. This is ace! The name's Rush. Rush Sykes. Who are you?
I am David Nassau, the Marquis of Athlum. You may address me as David.
Sure thing, Dave.
Sure thing, Dave. Fuck, dude.
Let us return and see what tidings await us in Athlum.
Seems David.
All troops, return to Athlum immediately.
Yes, my lord.
Come on, Dave. Let's go.
You whelp! Have you no manners? That is no way to address the Marquis of Athlum.
Jeez, what's your problem?
He's surprisingly simple, wouldn't you say?
We have yet to see.
Change locations to the world map. By selecting a place on the map, you can instantly travel there. When selecting a town, you'll be taken to its city map. From there, you can select a specific area of town to go to. On the world map or city map, you can open the party menu by pressing P. No big deal. Let's go ahead and just go to Athlum. Oh, let's pause this real quick. I noticed on the stream, if there's any, I think I saw some frame drops here and there. I haven't received any while I'm playing. Alright, so if you get any on the stream or in the video that you're watching, unless I say otherwise, unless I'm, oh hey, there's some frame drops there, assume that there aren't any. I'll try to fix it from here on out, but my internet is not the best. So I believe that's what the issue is. So from here on out, just assume the game is playing smoothly unless I say otherwise. Appreciate you.
We can waste no time in sniffing out the rats who kidnapped Arena. Torgal?
Rush, we have prepared a room for you within the castle. After your journey from Ulam Island, you must want to rest and recover from your presumably arduous journey.
So I just sit on my butt and do nothing? Yeah, right. I'll go find those guys myself.
Fine. Do as you like. But try not to do anything too foolish. We shouldn't let him have free run of the castle until we've verified his story. I'll get on it.
Okay, I'm going now. Hello?
If it's information you seek, there is a certain pub in Virtus Parish you might care to investigate.
Come to the castle if you need anything of us.
All right, I'm on it.
Emma left the party. Press backspace to open city map and in towns. Alright. So normally everyone like this guy, Blurring Yama. Hey kid, this is your first time in Athlum? This is Ziphos Way. Keep going down this way and you'll hit the town square. Veer off from here and you can head out to Vertus Parish. And normally I have nothing to say. If you enjoy talking to everybody, feel free. You're not going to find anything extra from these people. However, I'm going to purchase something from him. I will equip it. Alright. You know what? I'll point this out real quick because I'm going to talk about it later. Question marks. Sold out. Alright. Cool. I pointed out. I'll talk about it later. Rush's equipment. Let's go here to broadsword. Now he has 2 weapons, like Emma. I don't want to buy anything from them. Wait. Nope, I don't. He's not open. I don't have enough money, so I'll just continue. I'll go here, but there's nothing here. Alright. I know it looks like I'm glossing over a lot of things. It might make it more boring than what it should be, but I'm getting through the tutorial. It's actually a rather long tutorial. Bear with me. As soon as we get past this, I think I've said this a couple times already. Welcome to the Warrior's Honor. Hello, you want a familiar face, and trust me, I'd remember a face like yours. You must be new to Athlum, So I want you to know, if you have any questions at all, come straight to me. I can give you a personal tour. What? You're trying to meet Lord David? Well, he receives visitors in Athlum Castle. That's further into the city. That said, it's not like just anyone can walk in and get an audience. Of course, for a cutie like you, he may make an exception. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Young master, Rush Sykes has arrived.
Did you learn anything about Arena?
Pagus.
I am Pagus, one of the 4 generals of Athlum. As for Miss Arena, I regret to say that we have yet to uncover any new leads. Nevertheless, we have learned 2 interesting facts. 1, some suspicious types were spotted escorting a young girl to the Gaslin Cave.
That's gotta be...
And the other thing?
We've also received reports of nocturnal activity near the Robelia Castle ruins.
The ruins have long been a den for petty thieves. What's to say this is any different?
Not what, who. A trusted source informs me that Athlumian soldiers have been seen leaving the ruins.
That certainly is interesting.
Hey, thanks, Pagus. I'll go check out those 2 places right away.
Not so fast, Rush. My generals shall accompany you there. Maintaining the peace and stability of Athlum is our duty. We cannot stand idly by while she is threatened.
What's more, Master Rush is the son of the world-famous Remnant researchers. Naturally, we will do our utmost to aid such an important family.
My apologies. We had your background checked.
I'm used to it. Having famous parents isn't all bad, you know?
It's all right, Emma.
and
Go
just
ahead.
looks away from her.
Yes, my lord. I was able to contact the Academy branch in Cella Palais. I informed them that we will be taking care of Rush.
You talked to the Academy? That's a relief and a half. I'd given up trying to get in touch with them. I mean, it's like shouting at a brick wall.
It is a group prone to secrecy.
You're a lifesaver, Emma.
Still, it's uncertain when or if the message will get to the headquarters in Illusion.
Of course it will. Come on, my sister was kidnapped. Even the Academy suits wouldn't keep that from Mom and Dad.
Bear in mind, the Psychs are presently involved in top-level research. It may take some time for them to respond. Until then, I will assist you by any means necessary.
Sounds good to me.
Many young women have disappeared around the Gazlan Caves. At the same time, a seedy group has been seen around the Rebellion ruins. Which will you investigate first? Gazlan Caves. You decided? Yeah, let's check it out. The caves then. Go. Blocker will accompany you. Let's do it, Rush! Blocker squad join the party. Let's go ahead and save. Alright. I want to talk about something real quick. I guess I can probably do it maybe in the middle of all this. You know what? Perhaps a clue to find a missing ring can be found there. Cool. Something I want to point out for Last Remnant so far. Good things. There's been good and bad. There's been bad, not text, but just bad, what the hell is the word I'm looking for? The words they use, alright? Like when Emma was like, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Me? Motherfucker, yes, you. That's why I asked you, alright?" And he goes, "Where are we?" And she goes, "The gay bull blocked, busted a hole. Now we're in a cave." He goes, "Cave? Motherfucker, yes, you're in a cave." Alright? That's stupid, alright? Those words are dumb. But, in general, it's pretty good. Emma's stuff is good. Torgal is his own dude. He pronounces his T's and stuff pretty hard for my liking. I feel like he's trying to be too professional on it instead of being a character, like a regular person. But also, if you noticed, in the cave, when Torgal walks up and goes, "Hey," when he originally said, "Hey, what's up, Rush?" then walks back, he shuffles his feet in a certain way. It makes it look natural, where he kind of goes and kind of shuffles into a good way, where there's so many games that just look just so bad, where they go from point A to point B. They might go from point A and they run to point B and then instantly stop and then like turn around on a swivel, their feet don't move, crap like that. This game doesn't really have that. They have people who make honest moves that are real. Their facial expressions are according to the scenario. They're not just like wide open eyes. Their face isn't tired. Mass Effect 3. And this was years ago. There's a lot of good things about this game. I think what blew people away, not blew people away good ways, but like what blew them away from the game, frame rate drops, certain dialogue, stuff like that. But in general, if you play on the PC, like, I think anyone could play this and say, "Hey, this is a great game." Tomorrow is going to be Legend of Dragoon, which is a highly sought after remake game, where people say, "Hey, I want this game remade." So every Tuesday night is going to be Last Remnant. Every Wednesday night, or you could say Wednesday morning, Thursday mornings. This is extra late for me. This is like 3 in the morning. I want to get started a little bit earlier, probably more around like 10 p.m. or earlier. Trying to determine the times. Anyway, let's get started. We're gonna go to Gazlan Caves. But let me go ahead and hit P here. Gazlan Caves. Listen up, Rush. You can have the upper hand if you initiate battles instead of being ambushed. Yeah, I know. And it's always good to fight as many monsters as possible at the same time. Why? That sounds dangerous. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. That's what I say. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Look, just try it, okay? Let's go. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Here's a map of the area. Now you don't have any excuse for getting lost, alright? Now let's get out of here. More monsters fought in one battle, the better the chance to earn rewards. Although there will be more risk involved, there may be unexpected rewards. Obtained a map, open M, okay, with M, cool. Here's how I'm going to get into this. I know I just talked for a long time, then give you 5 seconds of not talking. Look at the top right, we got gold, 250 gold. Just underneath it, battle rank 1. It's been a long time since I've played this, I haven't done research again. I'm kind of rusty. But I recall that battle rank goes up, I think, by the amount of battles that you battle. Alright? I think it's slightly affected by the strength of the battles. Not really. I'm pretty sure it's by the number. So, for instance, whenever you have a weapon, I bought a Francisca, for instance, for Rush, and now he's dual wield. In order to upgrade that weapon, I have to go get items and give it to the person to upgrade it, and I can upgrade his weapon, right? Well, NPCs that are on your team, they request these items, and if you're not at a certain battle rank, you got to give them the items, and then after a battle, they'll upgrade it, alright? So, like, if someone has a shitty weapon, and you get up to battle rank 10, and let's just say that that's a plateau, well, they're going to automatically upgrade to the next weapon. But before you get to rank 10, you can give them items to automatically upgrade and be better, because your battle rank determines the strength of the enemies around you. I'm pretty sure that's true. Not positive. Gotta do some research. Sorry if I'm wrong. Pretty sure that's right. So, as your battle rank gets higher and higher and higher, the enemies get tougher and tougher and tougher, right? So it behooves you... Actually, so what that means is this. If I go and fight a bunch of battles with Rush and Blocker right now, I can raise the battle rank, and only these two will get stronger. Later on, if I find a guy that I like, he joins my team, he starts off where he starts off. He doesn't start off as strong as me. He starts off weak. He starts off where he normally starts off every time. So it behooves a player to not get into any battles at all until you create the team that you want for the rest of the game. Now, I'll say this. I played the game the way that it was meant to be played. The first time I ever got this game on PC, I didn't research it. I didn't know anything. I just played it. It was great. I loved it. I fell in love with the game. It was awesome. I beat the game on normal mode. It was great. It was challenging. It was fantastic. I fought things whenever I saw them. I don't care. It was nice. But then it offers you a hard mode where stuff is hard as hell. I'm talking the very beginning of the game is the hardest point. Like, things just hit you so hard. But it, like, you have to just not get to any battles. You have to save your battle rank until you get the team that you want. This is something that threw people out of this game. They're like, I don't want to deal with that. Well, the thing is, you don't have to. People gave this negative review for this battle rank thing. You don't have to leave the game because of this. You can beat the game just fine, playing it just like you want to. Eventually get someone, yeah, cool. They'll catch up to a certain extent. Strong people will catch up, and be pretty good. You know, if you fight, you know, a lot of battles, you know, if someone's really strong. Okay, so in this game, there's not XP gain. You get into a battle and they can gain HP up a little bit, or they can gain attack up a little bit. Maybe they'll gain AP up a little bit. You know, it's different stats can go up after a fight. If you fight one tiny thing, very small chance that anyone gets any upgrades. But if you fight a big battle, where Blocker just said fight more enemies at the same time, everyone will take one battle to gain a lot of stats. Alright? I don't know if that makes sense, but if you do a maximum stat increase every single time, people get very, very strong. That allows you to take on the hard mode battles. That these crazy, dude, this game has crazy optional battles that feel extremely rewarding to beat. And some of them are just cheap, don't get me wrong. Some are cheap, but if you can beat it, you know that you've done everything in the game, right? I mean, that's what it's all about. They're extra challenges. It's not, oh, beat the game, you gotta be massively ranked to beat this game. No, it's beat the game regular. If you want to do this extra stuff, learn how to play the game. Alright, that's it. I feel like that took a little bit too much time, because if you see here, these guys are moving around. I'm gonna use cheats in this game. I think I did something wrong. I accidentally hit unlimited money. I think I saved. So let's go back. Sorry. That was my mess up. That was my mess up. Dun, 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 dun. Crap! Here we go. Alright, cool. Regular money. So I'm going to play the game just like it's meant to be played, except I'm going to show you how you play a max or like a minimum battle rank game, alright? It makes it more challenging because you're going to fight bosses before you're even ready for them, right? It's going to take a lot of tries. I'm going to do my best. And the thing is, the reason why I'm using this trainer, where I can hit this button and now look, nothing moves, right? Because I've done it before. I did a whole playthrough. It was my second playthrough actually. I played it regular through, beat the game, and I was like, oh cool. So I started looking into the game. I was like, man, this game is great. What do people have to say about it? Learned all this stuff and found that if you don't fight anything, you keep your battle rank low, you get the people that you want in your team, then fight. Well, it makes you stronger, and it allows you to take the final bosses of the game, you know, better. So, I did a whole game before I even knew that there were cheats. I don't even know if the cheats were out yet, to be honest. Like, I played the game without cheats, and I did it. There's even a part in the game where there's this fog that makes you walk slow. So it almost prevents you from being able to get past enemies, but I was able to do it. I was able to be very sneaky and get past them. So, because of that, because I've done it before, I have no issue playing with a playthrough with this ability to make enemies stop moving. So, if you want to imagine it, I'm going, hey, come at me, and then going around it and doing a juke, and then going, you know, whoop, 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 and then just doing super moves. So, keep that in mind. It's 100% possible to do all of this without getting into fights, because I've done it. I did a whole playthrough. I've completed this game probably 15 times. I know, it makes no sense.
What do you think you're doing?
So you're that group then? The gang of thugs that's supposed to be running around, slave trading?
Slaves?
Who the hell are you people?
We don't have to introduce ourselves to the likes of you. Get ready. I'm gonna smash your faces in. Rush, you want a piece too?
Oh yeah, bring it on.
Whatever. It's your funeral. Get ready for a beatdown.
Ready for a beatdown, bitch? Monsters here are pretty weak to poundings. So long as everyone sticks to physical attacks, we'll be in the clear. Of course, with me here, you'd be winning anyway. Huh. Let's give it a shot. Alright, let's move. Excuse me. When you direct units to do physical attacks, they'll attack with their equipped weapon or perform combat arts. You learn different combat arts depending on your wield style to try different combinations to add it. Man, I just got hiccups. Defeat the slave traders. Alright. Blockta. Charge him. Alright, y'all. Whoop this party here. It's important.
It's you and me then.
It's important. Nice. Deadlock interference. If an enemy union is attempting to deadlock a friendly union, but instead is caught in deadlock itself, it's called interference. When it's player's side that gets caught, it's called interception. Okay, so I bloop and went said interception. What happened was this union was trying to attack Blockter, but I caught them by the time they got to Blockter, so I had interference. This group is attacking Blockter, so they got a flank attack. If they would have attacked Rush's group, that would have been deadlock. So in deadlock, so Blockter was in deadlock, another group attacked him, now he was flanked. That made their morale go to their side. And they did extra damage that round.
Right, bring it on.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and heal, but the thing is, this action makes him break deadlock, which is bad, because that means the slaver that he's fighting is going to attack him for a raid lock. Now Rush's group, I'm going to try to interfere with this other one over here so that Blockter is only affected by the slaver. There we go. Good job.
Give it your best, boys.
See? Raid lock. More damage. Boom. Raid lock. It's possible, or I apologize, it is possible to force a union into deadlock without being physically nearby. This is called a raid lock. That doesn't make sense for this. Combat arts. Combat arts. Let's go. Let's do it. Ooh.
Come on, let's run them down.
Flank attack. Left. Alright, so what you saw there, I'd hit that perfectly. Critical trigger. Sometimes during battle, a trigger chance will occur. During a trigger chance, you'll be given a brief opportunity to press a certain button on the controller. A well-timed button press will launch a critical trigger, giving your side definite advantage in battle. Successful trigger chances while in attack will launch a critical offense. That causes the next friendly unit to attack faster than usual. Successful trigger chances while being attacked launch a critical defense. This can change a simple block to a shield bash, or a dodge to counterattack. If you find you just can't keep up with the timing, you can do it in the config menu to make it auto. Cool. Auto will miss more often than I care to enjoy. Like, you have to play by your own. So, thing is, this is what pushed people away from the console. Frame rates drop during battles. So it was, oh, I'm gonna attack you, but then all of a sudden it goes, oh, you gotta push a button to critical chance. But the frame rates dropped so much that you couldn't get that right. Like, you couldn't hit the button properly to get a good critical chance. So let's say you had 5 people in your team, and one person attacks and they do the critical chance. That means if you get that right 5 times in a row, all your dudes attack before they get a chance to attack. It's a massive game changer. Alright, let's go ahead and heal yourself, and with you, we'll do combat arts. I assume we can probably interfere here. Yes, sir.
What the hell?
Chains. Oh, never mind. Alright, these people don't say anything. Blocker's like, oh, no one that you know, huh? And you're like, yup. Transporters can be found all over the world. One touch can teleport you to the world map from even the deepest dungeon. So basically, almost every single dungeon area is going to have one of these towards the end, or one of these at a certain spot. Basically, it says, hey, I can leave here. There's no items to teleport you out. There's no quick way out, like in a town map here. You gotta get those little teleporters, and they'll teleport you out if you want. I appreciate your assistance at the Gasland Caves. I see, Miss Arena was not there. Perhaps there's a clue to be found at the Rebellion Castle ruins. Pogus, like the rest of you. Look forward to working with you, Rush. Cool. Blocker left, Pogus joined. Let's go. Rush, we're about to walk into a den of monsters, so look sharp. We'll be fine as long as we handle each one individually. Okay, got it. Take this, it's an Alizarin orb. It will enable you to use mystic arts. Mystic arts? Perhaps the term spell is more common. It's a way to channel energy through your weapon with fantastic results. Huh. With this Alizarin orb, you can channel spells through your weapons as well. Now you can attack enemies with mystic arts. Cool, thanks a lot. Additionally, let me give you this map of the area. With these, you should be ready for anything. Now then, shall we go on? Alizarin orb. Rush can now use invocations. I now have a map. Let's go ahead and stop everything. Now they can't move. Alright. So normally, no, he doesn't want to fight because it says that icon above his head says he will not attack. Same with that grub thing there. So here, they will attack is the thing. So what they do is they charge and then they spin when they get close. So it's easy to dodge them, but they're quick. Alright, so basically you have to keep an eye on your map where there's that orange dot. When they get close, you gotta dodge. Alright. The other room over there, there's nothing in it. It's used for later. No. There's stuff in here. These bugs, on the other hand, if they ever will attack you, because some of them will, they're pretty slow. It's easy to get them to chase you. I apologize if you think it's a pain in the ass that I'm using this cheat to not make a move, but the door is sealed tightly with remnant power. Bind the key remnant. Let's do it. Basically, I kind of went around the way I was supposed to go. If I'd have gone to this door first, Poggers would have been like, hey, this is a remnant. It only opens if you bind it, or only by the person who has bound it. But there's probably a key. And the key we found was a remnant to open that door. That door's locked. Alright, so in a future episode, once I get past this opening stuff, once I get to the part where I can kind of do whatever I want, I might come back to these areas and show that it is possible to just dodge everything. I'm not just talking out of my butt here, so... I just feel like the main draw of the game are the battles. The story is pretty good in my opinion. And honestly, the grind. If you enjoy a grindy game, this is one for you. Alright, here we go. Oh, I didn't save. Hope I win.
So, as you see, remnants are nothing more than evil charms meant to add to the depravity of
these
man.
battles can be
You may not see the effects
so
now,
lucky and so
but
unlucky.
not far into the future, terrible disaster awaits. By then, it will be too late to change our sinful ways. Men are meant to work hard and make their own way. We must not accept the temptations of easy life that remnants provide. Stand up and fight! The first step is here. We will strike Athlum with the hammer of justice! See our allies here, dressed as Athlumian soldiers. They will infiltrate that city of sin and cause a disturbance. That will be our chance. Come! Let us liberate the people from their chains!
Fuck is his face?
What the heck is this?
Seems like an anti-remnant activist rally.
Sounds more like anti-remnant terrorist activity to me. Whatever they're planning's gotta be dangerous.
Who's there? Oh, it seems we have guests. Lackeys of that magic-abusing Marquis of Athlum. Look closely at their faces, shining with depravity. Whoa! For it is too late for these unbelievers to be saved. Yet they can serve some purpose. A prelude to the cleansing of Athlum. We shall christen our movement with the blood of these servants of evil!
This guy's psycho!
Prepare yourselves!
I suppose there's naught we can do but fight.
Pogus is such a badass. I guess we'll just fight him. That's pretty cool. Knock him out and complete this overthrow. Monsters here are weak against mystic arts. You do best to concentrate on mystic attacks. I'm here with you, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Okay, I know where to go. Well then, shall we? Directing units to use mystic attacks will make them channel energy through their weapons to perform mystic arts. Mystic arts encompass everything with long-range attacks or recovery spells, however they can take a long time to cast. Defeat the Ancient Remnant, active boost! Alright, let's do it.
Let's clean up these things.
You like that?
Are you alright?
Oh yeah! Boom! I needed that. Good dodge there. So close.
I could inform you, there's no way I will lose.
Attack with mystic arts. There we go. Restore. Good job. That should interfere, hopefully. Yes. Shit.
We'll have to grit our teeth here.
Keep your HP up with a restore. Keep your HP up with an herb. Good job. Damn. Alright, Spark. Hang in there. Let's do it. Boom! Good job.
Very nice.
Boom. Good job. Oh, Arena's not here. Leaving.
Right.
Oops. Bit of water.
A slave trading syndicate and anti-remnant terrorists. Lovely. And to think, while we were fighting beastmen, those fiends were doing as they pleased.
We are already looking into this, Lord David. You should not trouble yourself further. More importantly, we have learned of something else similarly troubling.
Multiple sources have reported seeing a bright light flash across the sky.
A flash?
Every so often, remnants emit light. It's called luminescence. The light could have been luminescence from the Valeria heart, or the gay bulg reflected on the clouds.
Ah, but the Valeria heart and the gay bulg are bound. They have not seen a luminescence in a long, long while.
Then maybe a different remnant.
That light moved as if it possessed a mind of its own. Very different from luminescence, to be sure.
Then, a flying monster.
So it would seem.
Where was the light headed?
Towards Dillmoor.
Fine. You four take Rush and head to Dillmoor immediately. It seems we're up against a flying remnant.
No way! That's impossible!
The Academy's research on newly discovered remnants may be ongoing, but they have never announced a remnant with the power of flight.
No. It must be a remnant. No other possibility makes sense. Now we're up against a group that has its hands on an unknown remnant. Choose your battles with discretion. Retrieving Arena is top priority.
Yes,
my lord.
Don't sweat it, Dave. We're the good guys. We'll definitely get Arena back.
Turgle and the squads join the party. Save. Alright, let's go to Dillmoor. Oh wait, no. First things first, baby. Oops. No, I was just a little girl, I was feeling down. Go to town square, it sounds strange, but just looking at the remnant always made me feel better. My belt. Right there. Found some Greaves earlier. Booyah. Lady Emma reports your talisman holds a mysterious power. Yeah, it does. What? You think she's lying? Lady Emma is an honest person. I have no reason to doubt her. So this power, can it be used outside of battles? What do you mean? Can you show me its power now? I don't know. I can try, though. What just happened? I see. It holds the power to manipulate time. Proper application of such a power would give a clear advantage when battling monsters, as well as allow you to engage many foes in battles at once. However, it is almost certain that such a power cannot be applied indefinitely. Use it wisely. Time shift, press shift to time shift, slowing the flow of time for a short while. When time shift, nearby monsters will be marked as encounterable. Pressing space while in time shift will allow battle with all marked monsters. Alright, so everything is moving. Here's time shift. It moves very slowly and does not attack me. Alright. I don't know if I showed it earlier, but if I get close to something and do circle, not close enough.
Let's do this.
Like that. It becomes enraged and chases me. But I'll stop everything. Now it cannot chase me. These things will chase me for eternity. Alright. If they have that mean look on their face. So that is how you would naturally make them chase you to a big group and then eventually attack them. Like I said, for the sake of this tutorial and until we get further along, I'm going to just stop their movement with the trainer. Because these, all they'll do is run at you and then they'll dive at you, and all you do is go floop, and just sidestep, floop, sidestep, sidestep, and then they miss you. You just gotta keep your eye on the orange dot. Those things just rush at you, and they're really tough to dodge, to be honest, but they're so big, you honestly just miss them the whole time. What the fuck? Oh my god, it attacked me! You're touched by a monster in the field, the following battle will be to the enemy's advantage to be avoided by engaging monsters in battle yourself.
I'll help.
Oops. Alright, we'll go over that in a second. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna I know it makes no sense, but I'm gonna reload. Alright. The only reason why I did that just now is it's considered a perfect battle rank playthrough if you don't fight anything unless it's a fight that is required. Honestly, if I'd have continued, it wouldn't have been a big deal. You know, it's just, I mean, one little tiny battle, it's not going to be the game difference between the optional battles, you know what I mean? Now if you do this all the time, on the other hand, if I do a bunch of little fights, that's one thing. Alright. Here we go. Let's make sure I get past these fuckers. Now, they are slow. I could have done that even without stopping them, and they would have just chased me, and not a big deal.
This was once a prosperous town. It was centered around the remnant of peace, the rubber soul.
Was there a war?
No, the one the remnant was bound to passed away. The world is filled with countless remnants. No two look alike or share the same power. However, they all have one thing in common.
And that is?
When a remnant is not bound to a soul, it calls forth disastrous misfortune. This calamity is known as the collapse.
Oh, yeah, right, collapse.
Shh! Hide yourselves. I see them. 2 men. And a dark-haired little girl. What did you do to her?
This must be our cue.
It's triggered another collapse!
Beat the enemy! Alright, so I want you to look at these things. What's a better view? Right there. I don't know if any of you are old enough, but there's a show that used to show on Nickelodeon back in the day called Are You Afraid of the Dark? There was a show, or an episode of a monster that came out of the pool. It was covered in this like red. Anyway, it looked just like this thing here. It's like the pool was built in like an Indian burial ground or something. And normally that show didn't scare me at all, not even a little bit. But that one, for some reason, freaked me out. This thing would come out of the water and it had that skull-looking face, just like that thing. Ugh. All right. Moving on. Nice, good job.
Come on, finish them off!
I'll show you the strength of Athlum.
I will cut our way through this interference.
Fucking too fast. Alright, worked out.
Fight them till the end.
Ooh. Nice. Good counterattack. I was ready. Nice. Boom.
Thank you.
Take this!
You captured a monster. Captured monsters may be split for components, however, intact monsters may be sold in certain shops for high prices. Choose wisely, you only get the choice to split a monster once. Once certain monsters have been sold to shops, those shops may begin selling trade goods. Alright. No, it was a while back, but I pointed out, I said, hey, see this? Question mark item, sold out, whatever. Alright, so imagine that these two captured, which I caught the big guy, that's cool. They're given a certain number, like a certain value, and in order to have those question marks show up, which are sold out, in order to have them be in stock, you have to sell a certain number or a certain value of captured monsters. So the stronger they are, the quicker that they'll show up to, and it doesn't matter what you sell. You don't just sell anything specific. It's just the value of it. So I see at the bottom here I can get a refreshing herb, an anthrivore moss, plante fluid, and then the anthrivore fragment. These are used to upgrade weapons and things. So let's go ahead and break that one. Alright, so I get everything from this one as well, but in less quantities, actually. So this one I got 2, 2, 3, 3. This one is giving me 3, 1. Well, it's different. They're in different order, but this vicious plant, however, I get Trant branch, insect cluster, Trant moss. Yep, let's break it.
It was as you said, Lord David. The flying creature is unquestionably a remnant.
Confirm this with the Academy.
Yes, my lord.
Who could be behind all this?
We do not know enough at this point. Verily, this situation is more complex than we'd imagined.
Yes. We should postpone any course of action until we know more.
What about Arena? Should I just keep my fingers crossed?
We are not dealing with an ordinary foe. A well-researched plan is essential.
Dave, come on!
Torgal is correct. We are dealing with forces that control a remnant not even the Academy knows about. Jumping to conclusions will only place Athlum in danger. You must understand my position, Rush. Where are you going?
To find Arena, obviously. You know how the people of Athlum are the most important things in your life? Well, Arena's the most important thing in mine. Well, thanks for the help along the way. I'll go it alone from here.
Lord David, we still know nothing about his talisman. Perhaps we should have stopped him.
Perhaps. I am aware that we need more power, as the Gaybolg and Valeria Heart won't suffice.
The future of Athlum is at stake here.
Footsteps are so annoying in this game.
Arena.
Feeling better? You're a picky eater, huh? Sorry, the menu's not fit for a princess like you. Hey.
Rush.
Rush is dead.
No.
Stop mourning the dead and eat your meal. You are vital to him. You should be honored.
Hey, wait up. How long are we gonna keep her like that? Let's just hand her over.
You pity her?
This whole deal makes me sick. She's just a kid.
I am merely following the Lord's orders, as you should follow mine.
Fine. Then give me some real orders. I'm sick of being a damn babysitter.
As you wish. Let us go forth to the next remnant.
I thought I could depend on those guys. Should have done it myself from the beginning. But look how far I got on my own. I literally just walked down the castle steps. I guess I do need other people's help. The union board has been added to the party menu. Unions can now be created freely. Maximum number of unions in your party is now 2. Maximum unit capacity per battle is now 3. Maximum number of units in your party is now 10. Torgal and Emma have left. Alright. Earlier, if I'd have gone here, they wouldn't have given me anybody. I couldn't have like talked to this guy and said, hey, the owner's not here, come back later. Employee unit, McGrady, my boy. What the fuck? Sweet, thanks for the money. Alright, so these guild tasks, like get 10 battle chains, you know, pick up items, kill certain enemies. They never disappear, they're always there. You can do them whenever you want. Union board. Let's go ahead. So position units on the union board. Topmost unit is named the leader and must be determined. The rest can be skipped. Union board is areas for lead ranks and back ranks. Generally, the front 3 rows are for the lead ranks, while the rear 2 are for back ranks. The lead ranks are best at dealing and defending against physical damage, while the back ranks are good for mystic attacks and defense.
Leave it to me.
McGrady Oaks. Alright. So you see here. Let's do this. Skip. Melee stance 2. Alright. So what this says is, by change formation, select formation. Formations decide a unit's position and location on the union's board. Different formations can have different results in battle. I want to do melee stance. It says, oh, you got 26 attack. Cool. Let's add him and him. He actually lowers the attack, but he raises the defense, which I'll take. Now if we do this, change to the Arrow of Athlum, it goes, oh, your attack is 30. Cool. Well, if I do this, it goes, oh, Arrow of Athlum 2 unleashed, but my attack is now 31. So it kind of upgraded me a bit. I assume you heard about me from the pub employee. It's hard to escape gossip at such a place. I have a dilemma. I need to deliver a letter to someone. Fortunately, that person has gone away to a monster-infested region, leaving me behind. I would like someone to deliver this letter to him. Will you please help me? Of course. Quests are what I'm all about. Thank you. I owe you so much. Here's a letter to deliver. The person I want you to give this, to should be the interest of the Rebellion Ruins. If you leave the Rebellion Ruins, speak to me again. If you do not do so, the situation will change and you'll lose sight of your original goal. Alright, so look, I talked to her, she automatically sent me to Rebellion Ruins. Okay, so some quests will send you here, not to Rebellion in general, but to a certain place. The area will have different monsters, they'll have different setups, so what she was talking about was, if I like right there, this is a tutorial quest, I gotta go talk to that guy to complete the quest. If I turned around and left, I would lose sight of my goal, which means I have to go back and talk to her to continue this quest again. I can't just go to Rebellion Ruins after I leave and do this. It doesn't work that way. Also, you see that he's a blue dot on the map. I don't have to be in range to see that. I can just open up the map and see anywhere if there's someone of interest to talk to anywhere. It's very handy. Maybe I should have waited and asked them, but now that I'm here... Huh? Who are you? What do you want? That letter! What? This was handed to you by a Lady Mitra? I don't know any Lady Mitra, but thanks. I was exchanging letters with someone very dear to me, but the letters just stopped one day. I wanted to meet them so bad. I should go back to Athlum. Tell Lady Mitra I said thanks. Welcome back. I'm glad to see you safe and sound. Were you able to deliver the letter? Thank you so much. Here's a little something for your trouble. 100 gold. There are so many people in need of a helping hand out there. If you come across these people, please hear them out. Helping those in need will help you too. You will gain so much from it. The power to strengthen your will. Friends who will risk their lives for you. History, truth, hope, fear, hate. You'll experience many things, both good and bad, and they will help you grow as a person. I know you will take them to heart, and thus I know you will be able to control your fate. We shall meet here again someday. Maybe we'll meet here again someday, girl. Alright. So let's go ahead and save. That's decent for the first episode. We're going to eventually, like, pretty much be jumping into getting people, recruiting people, going in, being able to do whatever you want. I'll be back in a few minutes for the next episode if you're watching the stream. Otherwise, hopefully you're enjoying it. There's not a whole lot to see yet as far as the main draw of this game. So if you've enjoyed it, cool, let me know. Otherwise, if you haven't enjoyed it yet, I feel like this first episode hasn't done it justice. Go to the next episode, give it one more episode. If not, hey, more power to you. Back out, but y'all have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you in a few minutes, or tomorrow for that matter.